What's going on, everybody? Spunky 991 coming you guys another video. Coming at you guys with my Eagles Commanders Week 11 preview. So yeah, huge game this week. Short week for the Eagles and the Commanders. Commanders of course losing on Sunday against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Eagles getting a blowout win against the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday. So a short week for both teams. The Eagles back at home, Thursday night football, primetime football, with the NFC East on the line. I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. The Eagles got to handle their business, because when you look at the schedule that Washington has, they have a pretty easy schedule. So the Eagles have to send a message by beating Washington, and they have to continue to send that message week in, week out, in order to hold on to the NFC East lead. When Washington lost, of course, to the Steelers last week, it opened the door for the Eagles, and the Eagles walked into that door, and they got because Washington lost to Pittsburgh, and the Eagles, of course, beat Dallas. The Eagles right now currently lead the NFC East, and now the Eagles have to defend that lead against the Washington Commanders on Thursday night. I feel pretty good about this game. I feel pretty good that our players are gonna rise to the challenge, and they're gonna play their asses off. You look at that defense. The defense has been so much better in recent weeks. They got 5 turnovers against Dallas last week. I'm hoping for a couple turnovers in this game at least. They have been playing better. The biggest problem with the Eagles has been themselves. They tend to play down the competition, keep them in games. Last week, we had a interception by Jalen Hurts where he tried to squeeze the ball in there to Dallas Goedert. And, of course, to pick off the ball was Trayvon Diggs. And then, of course, that fumble by Jalen Hurts, which set the Cowboys up perfectly in the red zone, but they were not able to capitalize and score a touchdown. Instead, they had to settle for a field goal. Now, those cannot happen in this game. The Cowboys are not a good football team this year, but the Washington Commanders are. It's kind of weird, because usually the Commanders are not a good football team, but the Cowboys usually are. Or, good regular season team, I should say, because that's what the Cowboys are. But anyway, this year, the Washington Commanders are a really good football team. But I feel very good that we can exploit this team. They had one of the worst pass defenses in the league. Russell Wilson exploited them last week. I do believe that we can exploit them as well. So, Jaden Daniels has been phenomenal. He has been phenomenal his rookie years. First year with the Commanders. I give respect where respect is due. He is one hell of an athlete. He reminds me a lot of Jalen Hurts back in 2022. I'm hoping that that's what we get in this game. 2022 Jalen Hurts. He had a stretch of games right there where he was perfect, no turnovers. Of course, they ended in Dallas last week, but the Eagles still managed to blow out the Cowboys and win that game. So what that shows me is, when this team is not turning the ball over and they're firing on all cylinders, there's nobody in this league the Eagles cannot beat. Nobody. They have to continue to be consistent on offense, score consistently on offense, play very solid, consistent defense. And there's nobody in this league that scares me. Now, I'm picking Washington to win this game because I'm using, again, reverse psychology, hoping, crossing my fingers that the opposite happens. Right now, I got it as a close game. And I'm going to say it's a 27-24 victory on Washington. I think it's going to be one of those games that comes down to late in the fourth quarter. Game-winning field goals is what I see. Now, 27-24, obviously I'm hoping that the Eagles are on the, they're on the right side at 27-24. They win the game. But using that for reverse psychology, because, hell, it's worked well for me. So, I'm going to do the reverse psychology with the hope that it works well for me this game. Short week for both teams. Neither team has time to rest. But I do believe both teams are going to be pumped up. I believe both teams are going to be fired up, because the NFC East, once again, is on the line this game. The lead in the NFC East, I should say, because obviously the winner of this game is not just going to necessarily win the NFC East. Still quite a bit of games to go. But you know, the lead in the NFC East is on the line this game. Zach Ertz coming back to Philadelphia since the Eagles traded him. When they traded him to the Arizona Cardinals a couple years back. I think he's going to get mixed reaction because, yeah, Eagle fans love Zach Ertz. But he is coming back playing for the rival, the enemy. So I think the reaction to Zach Ertz is going to be mixed. That, if I had to take a guess. When it was Doug Peterson a couple weeks ago, I say he's going to get a standing ovation the entire before the game. And then, of course, when the game starts, it's all business. Zach Ertz, I think it's going to be a little bit mixed from Eagle fans because, once again, we love Zach Ertz. He helped us win the Super Bowl. He caught what eventually was a game-winning touchdown for the Eagles in that Super Bowl. Played so many years in Philadelphia. When he retires, he will be an Eagle, retiring an Eagle. I'm quite confident of that. He will always be loved by Eagle fans, but you're coming back playing for the rival, the enemy. Just like when, even though we love Deshaun Watson, he went to the Washington Redskins and then came back and played us. Yeah, it was definitely from Eagle fans a mixed reaction there. So that's what I'm expecting when it comes to Zach Ertz as well. So yeah, defense has been playing well for the Eagles in recent weeks. They have gotten better and better. I think Vic Fangio has his defense going in the right direction. They started off a little up and down, but I think as time is going on, these young guys have gelled together. This team has gelled together, and they just gotten better and better as each week is going on. Keys to victory are always the same. It starts with the big guys up front, offensive line, defensive line, the trenches. It starts with those guys. They have to set the tone for the whole game. Like I said, man, when it comes to the trenches, our O-line, they got to do a better job this week protecting Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts was sacked 5 times against the Cowboys last week. We cannot have our $51 million a year quarterback being hit, and sacked 5 times a game. Now, granted, a couple of those times were on Jalen Hurts because he held on to the ball for too long at times, which he needs to get in his head. If there's nothing there, don't hurt your team by taking a sack. Throw the ball away, Hurts. Throw the ball away. But the Eagles got some good news that Jordan Mailata, the Eagles have opened the window for his practice window from his coming back from injury. Not quite sure if he's going to play against Washington, but if he does, that would be huge for the Eagles, of course, having their Mailata back if he does come back. But keys to victory, we gotta get the running game going early. Saquon Barkley, pound that rock, run that football. That will open up things in the passing game. Dallas Goedert, Grant Calcaterra, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson going up against his former team. That will open up, if we get that running game going early, that will open up things in the passing game. Like I said, Washington does not have a good secondary. I think we can throw all over this secondary. I honestly do believe we can. So if we can get that running game going early, that will open up things in the passing game, and I think Jalen Hurts can have a very good day in this game. Defensively, you gotta take away the running game. You gotta take away Austin Eckler, running back for the Washington Commanders. You gotta take away the running game for Washington. You gotta force Jayden Daniels to try to beat you with his arm, which he has a hell of an arm. I will give him that. He's a hell of a quarterback. But I do feel very good about the young guys and what we have on defense. Quinyon Mitchell just continues to shine week in, week out. He's gonna have a tall order in this game. Him and Darius Slay, they're gonna have a tall order because you're going up against, in my opinion, one of the most underrated wide receivers in the league. A guy that has absolutely made it hell for the Eagles over the years. And of course, I am talking about McLaurin, Terry McLaurin. He really did a number on James Bradberry last year, but he's not going up against James Bradberry this year. He's going up against, I'm assuming he's going to be up against Quinyon Mitchell quite a bit in the game. But then again, he could be going up against Darius Slay. We'll see about that. But, Olamide Zaccheaus, who was with the Eagles last year, is also a wide receiver for the Washington Commanders. Damien Brown's another guy that you have to watch out for as well. when it comes to Washington receiver corps. So, young guys in our secondary, this is a great challenge for these guys. They're going up against some pretty big targets in the pass game for Washington. Zach Ertz as tight end for Washington. It's gonna be somebody that you gotta keep an eye on at all times. I feel pretty good about our linebackers like Zach Bond, and I feel very good about him. I feel good about Jeremiah Trotter Jr. when he's out there on the field, of course. I feel overall very good about when it comes to our defense. I do think we match up very well against these guys, but we gotta take away the running game. We gotta get the pressure on Jayden Daniels. Gotta get the pressure on Daniels early, and we have to hit Daniel. I keep saying his name wrong. Jayden Daniels. We gotta hit him early. We gotta get the pressure on him early, and we gotta try to force a turnover too. If the Eagles can force a turnover on a couple turnovers on Jayden Daniels, then we got this team exactly where we want them at. We got them exactly where we want them at. But it's gonna come down to coverage well, very good coverage, because Jayden Daniels has a great arm. He has some great weapons to throw the football to, but we gotta make sure we take away his passing options. We get to him early, we hit him early, and we hit him consistently throughout the game, throwing him off of his game. If we can do that, then I like our chances in this game. Sorry about that. Ended up getting a call there. I hate when people call you while you're in the middle of recording a video. But back to what I was saying about Jayden Daniels. The guy's having a hell of a season. I take nothing away from this kid. He's definitely balling. But he's still a rookie, and he's still prone to make mistakes. So if we can get to him early, if we can hit him early and try to force a couple turnovers, then that's exactly where we want the Washington Commanders at. Linebackers got to cover well. The Kobe Dean, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. when he's out there. Zach Bond, who has just been swarming all over the field this season so far. Those guys got to cover well for us. Zach Ertz is going to be a tall order tight end for us going up against. But defense has got to do their job. They have got to take away the running game. And plain and simple, get the Jayden Daniels. He's a guy that can use his legs just like Jalen Hurts. Very mobile, very strong arm. So defending him is not going to be easy, but I do feel like our defense will be up to the task. I do feel like our defense has gotten better as each week is going on, and I think they're going to send a message in this game. They know what's on the line. They know how good this team is that we're going up against. But everybody got to do their job. Offense, special teams, defense, all three sides of the ball. Cooper DeJean had a couple good returns for us. Will Shipley had a couple good special teams plays for us as well. Everybody got to do their job. Like I said, I'm picking Washington to win by a score of 27-24. But I obviously cross my fingers that the Eagles get the W. This is a very important game, extremely important. I can't stress that enough. So offense, we got get the running game going. We got to protect Jalen Hurts, a lot better than what we did against Dallas. We got, I think, the secondary of Washington is not that good. I think we could definitely exploit this secondary big time. No turnovers, absolutely no turnovers. Protect the football. Like I said, we got to take away the running game for them. We got to get the pressure on Jayden Daniels and get on him very early, and consistently get the pressure on him throughout the game. If we do that, I feel very good the Eagles can win this game. So there you have it, man. There's my preview for this game. Can't wait to sit down Thursday and watch this game. So much is on the line this game, and it should be a lot of fun. As always, go Birds. Spunky Nice on one side here. Fly Eagle Fly. Peace.
To victory. That's all, folks.